Urgent now, my friend. Get ready for your heart to beat faster than a 50-yard dash. Hold on to your seat, because you're about to be completely surprised by what just happened. That's right, the NFL is shocked by what I'm about to reveal. Before we continue, if you truly love the Buffalo Bills, leave a like. This is important because I'm following along. We'll share all the details of today's news. The countdown has begun. Every day brings us closer to the kickoff of the 2025 NFL season. And in Buffalo, the expectations are skyrocketing. Training camp is in full swing, and what's being seen on the field and behind the scenes is something every Bills fan needs to understand. Time doesn't just want to compete, it wants to dominate. The era of promise is coming to an end. The message is now clear, direct, and undeniable. The Buffalo Bills are ready to take control of the NFL narrative. Since 2020, the Bills have been flirting with glory, but always end up stuck at the same obstacle, the Kansas City Chiefs. 4 painful eliminations in 5 playoff runs have left an open wound in the fan base. And now, more than ever, it's clear that this season won't be content with playing supporting roles in the Super Bowl race. Josh Allen is a generational talent, but until Vince Lombardi's trophy is in his hands, he will continue to be pressured. And rightly so. The front office knows it. The roster knows it. The fans are living it. And so the back room continues to buzz with bold possibilities, even just weeks before the official debut. It's in this context of urgency and ambition that a name begins to echo loudly through the Buffalo corridors: Malik Hooker. The Dallas Cowboys' safety could be the missing piece to transform this defense into a complete machine. The proposal, floated by fan-sided analyst Marcus Mosher, isn't just any speculation. It's based on logic, timing, and above all, necessity. Hooker is a reliable veteran with 9 years of experience and a guaranteed contract worth $21 million through 2025. At 29, he remains healthy, consistent, and ready to contribute. Most importantly, he's quietly off the Cowboys' long-term radar, as they have plenty of depth at the position and could potentially trade him for a late-round draft pick. For the Bills, this opportunity cannot be ignored. The safety position is currently one of the most vulnerable on the roster. After the defensive overhaul during the offseason, there's still no guarantee that the current players, like rookie Cole Bishop, will be able to maintain the high level required for a title campaign. Hooker would serve as a buffer against this uncertainty, a player who's seen it all, endured injuries, comebacks, and rebirths. And today, he delivers exactly what Buffalo needs: solidity, game reading, and quiet leadership. His numbers speak for themselves. 100 NFL starts, 361 combined tackles, 14 interceptions, and a career built on effort and adaptation. He no longer possesses the same explosiveness he had at Ohio State or his early years with the Colts, but that doesn't mean his impact on the field has diminished. Quite the opposite. Hooker has reinvented himself as a more cerebral, technical, and effective safety. He doesn't run like he used to, but he sees the game with a clarity few possess. And considering the Bills have faced deep zone coverage in recent seasons, this addition would be nothing short of strategic. And what's more, Hooker wouldn't just be here to plug holes. He'd be here to lead, to be a difference maker. And who knows, perhaps to be the turning point in tight games that have historically slipped through Buffalo's fingers. A trade for Malik Hooker now, before the deadline, wouldn't just be a technical move. It would be a statement to the rest of the league. It would be like shouting from the rooftops: we're going all out, and this time, we're not stopping before the Super Bowl. And when it comes to going all out, we can't ignore what's happening on the other side of the ball. While the defense still needs reinforcements, the Bills' offense is showing a different energy this training camp. And at the center of this transformation is a player who has silenced critics, overcome contract uncertainty, and dominated practice with a hunger for history. A name that could soon join the franchise's legends. Because while all eyes are on potential defensive trades, James Cook is building something special. Even without a contract extension, he's about to write his name alongside O.J. Simpson and Thurman Thomas. And you need to understand why that's much more than a statistic. Amid the tension of trade rumors and the pressure for defensive reinforcements, the Buffalo Bills offense has found its anchor, and it's James Cook, the young running back who arrived in the NFL carrying the expectation of becoming a key player in Josh Allen's offense, is proving with every snap of training camp that he doesn't need guarantees on paper to deliver elite performance. Even with the front office remaining completely silent on a possible contract extension, Cook not only ignored all the speculation, he doubled down and is responding with top-notch football. Cook's situation over time is delicate, to say the least. He enters his final season under a hot contract, coming off 2 consecutive campaigns, surpassing the 1,000-yard rushing mark, a feat only the greats can consistently achieve. One would expect the front office to prioritize re-signing one of the offensive cornerstones, but that didn't happen. So far, Brandon Beane and company have decided to focus their resources and attention on defensive backs like Gregory Rousseau, Terrell Bernard, and Christian Benford, leaving Cook in the background. For many many players, this kind of neglect can result in protests, missed practice, or even a drop in performance. But James Cook isn't many players. He's different, and he's shown it with actions, not words. Since the first day of training camp, he's been one of the most consistent, most productive, and most talked about names in the Bills' offense. His quick cuts, sharp field vision, and explosive nutrition have drawn praise from teammates, coaches, and analysts alike. Cook isn't just practicing, he's dominating. And more than that, he's taking on a quiet leadership role, something rare for a young running back on a team with so many stars. And if the regular season is an extension of what he's been doing in practice, fans can prepare to witness history. That's because Cook is aiming to reach a milestone only two legendary names in the franchise have achieved, surpassing the 1,000-meter dash in 3 consecutive seasons. If he succeeds, he will join the legendary O.J. Simpson and the eternal Thurman Thomas in this select group, a feat that not only solidifies his legacy in Buffalo, but also enhances his standing as one of the top running backs in the NFL. Sources close to the locker room report that Cook is more motivated than ever, fueled by this indifference from management. Rather than complain or hide, he's letting his response come where it matters most, on the field. This approach has generated admiration among veterans and is raising the bar throughout the offense. It's as if, even without a guaranteed contract, he's saying with every run, this season will still need me. But not everything in training camp has been a celebration. While James Cook shines, the Bills' defense has been hit by 2 troubling pieces of news: injuries that could jeopardize the team's performance in the coming weeks and reignite red flags in the front office. Not even Cook's rise could quell the apprehension after Thursday's practice. 2 key players on the defense left the field injured, and now the coaching staff must deal with a new dilemma. Thursday began with anticipation at the Bills' practice, but quickly gave way to apprehension. 2 key defensive players left the field with physical issues, raising a huge question mark for the coaching staff. The first was linebacker Dorian Williams, who suffered an apparent leg injury and had to limp off with a brace on his right calf. Soon after, defensive back A.J. Epinesa was injured, the cause of which has not yet been publicly disclosed. Williams is coming off a breakout season with 117 tackles and 3 fumble recoveries, and is considered a key player in the middle of the defense. His possible absence would be concerning enough, but losing Epinesa at the same time raises the tension even further. The pass rusher has 3 consecutive years with at least 6 sacks and would have a crucial role this year, especially with Joey Bosa still battling injuries and Michael Hucht having his season suspended for 6 games. The front office invested heavily in the defensive rotation during the offseason, bringing in high-profile names and selecting the promising Landon Jackson in the draft. But that depth could be tested much sooner than expected if tests confirm medium or long-term absences for Williams and Epinesa. Given all this happening in Buffalo, a big question remains for you, passionate Bills fan. If you were Brandon Beane, what would you do first? Trade with the Cowboys for Malik Hooker, immediately re-sign James Cook, or urgently seek reinforcements to cover the injuries of Dorian Williams and A.J. Epinesa? Leave your opinion here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but I'll be back later to update you with the latest Buffalo Bills news.